Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Behind the Blind. This is Nadir.
And this is Yadira.
Hey, wife.
You
What?
so super quiet.
What happened?
And you said Assalamu alaikum when I jumped.
What's wrong?
I don't know.
Why'd you
Because
jump?
it was so freaking quiet. Okay.
You weren't expecting it?
Yeah, or for you to come out, I think with that much energy, and it was
okay.
super, super, super silent. So
Gotcha.
Anyway,
how you doing?
Alhamdulillah.
Did I scare you?
You're just a little
Did
startled.
Did I get you a little off your game, Yani?
No. Anyway, okay, so last time, let's do a little recap.
You just like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. You're like, forget that. I don't even want to talk about
Because
this.
you're still holding on to this. Okay, let's move on. So we were...
It's funny, and we need to talk about it,
We were
okay?
doing your...
We need to talk about how I scared you.
Okay, we were doing your life, right?
Yes.
We were recapping so we're going to recap your story real quick.
All right, so we talked about my elementary school days. We talked about my blindness. We talked about my time in the masjid on Sunday school. And we talked about some middle school. I think we talked about when I found Tupac
Yeah.
as
okay.
well. Yeah.
So now we're going to go ahead and move on for middle school because you kind of really discussed all that.
Yeah. I mean, 8th grade was cool. Alhamdulillah, 8th grade, I actually was making a good amount of friends.
That's good.
It was a good mix of guys, Puerto Rican guys. There was one Filipino guy. What was his name? Frank.
I don't know. But
Frank,
why do you feel the need
Frank
to
the
keep...
Filipino.
Why do you keep
He was cool.
giving names?
Wait, man, who knows Frank? Throw that.
Anyway.
Yo, Frank, Filipino Frank from Christopher
listen.
Columbus Middle School. What's good?
Anyway, so let's move on to high school.
Mm-hmm.
How was for you in terms of what it was like in school, in terms of your social standing and what were you doing socially, and then also how were things going over at the masjid? Like, were you still involved in the school there at that point? Was that not a thing for you? Did the masjid just become attendance on Fridays? Like, what's going on with you in high school?
All right, so high school was okay. It wasn't, I wouldn't say it was great or it was fantastic, but it was okay.
Were
It was
you
fine.
still getting into fights all the time?
Alhamdulillah, no,
That's good.
I was not. I'm trying to think if I got into a fight in high school. One fight in high school, but it wasn't even my fight. I helped in that fight in
Yeah.
high school.
So okay, so it's
So in high school, it was interesting, right? So whenever I first went to high school, had a cousin there, but not really a cousin. It was like a distant cousin, right? It was my aunt's husband's brother. Okay.
just distant cousins, fine. We don't need to
And,
go into
Yo, look, it
Like, all
don't
these
matter.
details.
Shoot, man, come on.
Anyway.
Whatever.
Go ahead.
And he was like a senior or something.
Okay, so
and,
yeah, much already on his way out, pretty much
Yeah,
when you're
yeah.
coming in.
and all the and he was like cool with all the Arab, right? So this is the thing with my high school. I don't know how your high school was, but my high school was separated, right? So there was the Spanish section. So everybody that was like Puerto Rican and Dominican, they all hung out. And even them, they weren't like tight either. You know what I mean?
No, my high school, I get you. Like the different ethnicities.
There were the Arabs and the Arabs, the Muslims, and the couple of white kids that hung out with the Arabs, right? That's what it was. And I said the Muslims because there were like Albanians
Yeah,
there with the Arab. So it was really just the Muslim section, right? But it was mostly Arab. And then you had the section that was just like a black kids, I guess. And even I don't even remember that. I don't even remember like just
So
an area
no,
where there
it
were
was
black kids in my
it
school.
was not like
It's
that
weird.
for
It was very
us.
weird. So my high school had wings too, right? So we had East Wing and Central Wing and all that. And it seems like certain demographics migrated to a wing or, different
No,
wings.
it wasn't like that. And remember though, when I was going to high school, they
Mm-hmm.
changed it now, but it was one school, different houses.
Yeah.
So actual different buildings. And so the school that I went to was the part of the school was for the performing arts and gifted and talented. Now it's just the performing arts because it was mainly focused on like the arts. And now it's become like the Performing Arts Academy. So it kept it that way. But they're now, I think, individual schools. I think. I don't even know how the structure goes, quite frankly. But when I was in school, it was different houses. And if it did run like that, where the different ethnic group separated, I didn't notice it, and I don't think I just personally don't think it really was like that.
Well, you were a band geek though. No, you weren't a
I
band
was
geek.
not
You were
in
a drama.
band.
You were a chorus geek.
I was
Fine.
in chorus and I played the harp and I I did drama, and I had a lot of friends in band. So I did spend a lot of the time.
Yeah, so you were with the
I was with
artsy kids.
Yeah,
The
but
artsy
I
kids
went to
didn't
school,
get separated.
but here's the thing: I went to school again. You missed the whole point. I went to school where everybody was doing something artsy. Like the school I went to was for the performing arts.
Your house.
My house.
Your house was
Yeah.
and you stayed in your house pretty much the whole day, right?
Yeah, I stayed in
Yeah,
my
no,
house.
it was different for us. We went from wing to wing.
So in my freshman year, you could go to the different houses. You would travel to the walk to the different campuses. And then eventually that rule was changed. And then only the people in the main, which had 2 of the houses in the same building, but like a corridor between them.
Yeah.
Then they would go back and forth. And then your senior year, I think you were allowed to go with, or if you had a specific class, like the bigger dance studio was in the main. So some dance
Is this
classes.
episode about you, bro?
No.
I could have swore you said this episode was supposed to be about me or
I'm just
something.
more interesting than you. You're boring me.
I told you this. I said this to begin with.
I tried to give you benefit of that.
Hold on.
We need to move. I did.
Whoa. I straight up said, I really don't want to talk about me.
Yeah, but I thought you would be more interesting, and you're not. No, I'm just kidding.
This is unbelievable.
Okay.
This is
anyway,
unbelievable. Wow.
We're getting into like all the schematics of school. That's kind of not the point. Anyway, so
he was really involved with the Muslim crowd. Always fights, right?
Who's
Always
he?
having fights.
Oh, your cousin.
Yeah. Oh, so you first told me not to get into specifics,
Right.
and now you're like, wait, who's he?
I told you your story is boring me, so I forgot who we were talking about.
Who said what and what now?
Hey, you got it in.
Yes. All right. So
Okay.
so anyway, so he was always in fights and stuff like that, and
Is that the fight you helped out in?
no, that wasn't it yet.
You were like, I don't care about family. No, I'm just kidding.
That wasn't in yet. And they always fought. Like the Arab always fought, and this was thing going all around high school. But me and a couple of other guys like us, like me, we would just hang out with anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we'd go hang out with the Arab and the Muslims, and we knew them and all that.
But you were friends
But
with
I was
kind
friends
of
with
everybody.
everybody.
Yeah.
Like one of my closest friends in high
And
school
maybe
was
that's
Puerto
why
Rican.
I didn't know
You
it.
know what I
because
mean?
I hung out with everybody.
Yeah,
That's
I
maybe
hung out
if
with
it was like
everybody,
that, that's
but-
why I didn't notice it.
But I knew that because of the specific demographic. I
Yeah.
guess I don't know.
So how was it at the masjid though? So because you've gone a little bit into school, were you still continuing to go to Sunday
No,
school?
I think we stopped going to Sunday school maybe when I was going into high school. I believe.
Okay.
I stopped.
So
going.
that just wasn't a
So
thing.
that was pretty much done.
No more trips to Canada.
No.
Okay.
No more trips to Canada. No, that was revealed in your episode. That wasn't even revealed in this episode.
Yeah.
But did I talk about going? I did. Did I say I went to Marcella here? I did. I think I did.
I think you might
don't
have.
know.
No, I don't think that was really my episode.
All right. So
Anyway, it doesn't matter. So you went to. You didn't go any more camps. You didn't do anything with the
No,
blind
I
community.
did one blind camp my growing up, and then I did do stuff in senior year in high school. I did stuff with
okay.
with the blind
NFB,
community with
yeah.
the NFB. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, let's get back to high school, right? And the masjid. So no, we did not. I don't think we did Sunday school. If we did, it was just like for a little bit longer, and then we just left it. And I would only go to the masjid whenever I would be off on Fridays, because it's not like we could just go on
Right.
Fridays,
Right.
Which is
It's not like you were homeschooled.
no,
And then-
we weren't homeschooled, definitely not, and
You did not have Fridays off.
No, did not have Fridays off at all.
Okay.
And then we'd go for Taraweeh during Ramadan,
Got it.
right? And if
So you weren't a family that you would say was heavily involved in the Muslim
no, not at all.
like local community.
No, our biggest involvement with the Muslim community was just family stuff.
Family and maybe friends of your parents or something like that.
That's it. And it was never on a Muslim level, other than having dinners for Ramadan.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the most.
Yeah.
And then praying all together whenever it'd be time to pray. All the men would get together and pray together.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much it as far as any religious significance in high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
So during freshman year, I got heavier into music,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I started singing, and that's when I did the talent show. I did the talent show in freshman year, and I did it with one of my friends, and we sang "April Showers" by Drew Hill.
Lovely. Anyway.
What?
Okay. Uh-huh.
What?
Okay.
Listen, I don't got all this crazy stuff, like you.
Yeah.
All right. I'm boring,
Yeah.
bro. I'm super boring. Let's see. Let's run through. Let's run through high school, okay? Since I'm not entertaining to Yadira over here. So I did the talent show
I say that with
freshman
all
year.
the love.
I was still listening. I was super hip hop head at that point. I was barely on my dean, and by barely on my dean, I meant like, I really wasn't praying at that point. I was like 14. I would say, yeah, I'm praying, and I just go to my room and not do anything. And then and that's because we really weren't taught the significance of it all, right? We just did it because we were told to do it, and if you don't do it, you're gonna get in trouble.
Right.
So because of that, it didn't really have any meaning to me like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was very cultural. That was the extent of my religiosity.
Right.
Super cultural. So that happened when I was 15, which is the next year. Nothing really significant happened my sophomore year, not that I can think of.
Okay.
Just a lot of, and one thing during high school is I would have my video magnifier, my CCTV, on a cart. Right.
Okay.
And on this cart, I would have to move it from class to class. So sometimes I'd be like, yo, to one of my boys, like, yo, you want to leave class 5 minutes early? Like, yeah, let's go. And then so they would help me to the next class.
Did you have any issues like socially, or were you fine? Like you weren't dealing with like bullying and things like that?
No, because I learned throughout the years of being bullied how to be quick on my feet, so I learned to talk trash with the best of them.
Right.
So that's what really defended me on it. So I'd crack blind jokes before anyone would get the chance to crack a blind
real
joke.
quick, let's backtrack a little bit.
Sure.
For anybody who, the CCTV he's talking about is huge. It's not like a small.
It's not a small pocket-sized thing. It's
handheld.
something that has to be on a cart and pushed around.
It's like the
right?
old projectors, kind of like, when they would say you're going to watch a movie in class and they roll in that big cart for you to watch.
Similar to that.
Similar
to that. So I would be taking the thing from class to class, and there's always gonna be jerks, but alhamdulillah, I didn't. I always had the skill and talent to handle them, I guess.
So
right?
it's pretty much kind of going, I would say, non-eventful.
Yeah, no, nothing crazy.
Okay,
Nothing
so then
crazy,
let's go to your
alhamdulillah.
senior year, because that's when you went back to, or close to your senior year anyway, like junior, like school towards the end of your high school, because you said you went back to the NFB stuff.
So senior year, right? I'm trying to think. Was I rapping when I met you? Was I rapping?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was already rapping when I met you. All right, so let's kind of talk about the year between sophomore year and junior year, the summer.
Okay.
Okay, so let me kind of go into how I got into rapping. So me and one of my cousins who came to visit from Michigan, we were just chilling and we were listening to the single of R. Kelly.
God.
It's like
R.
it was
Kelly,
the single.
God.
It was the CD. It was a single CD. So it was the song and the instrumental.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
If anyone remembers,
I remember
any
all
of this.
those.
And it was that song like, "Did you ever think that you would be this rich?
Oh yeah.
Did you ever think that you would have these hits?"
Yeah,
that song. So so we were listening to the instrumental, and I don't know why. I just decided to just try to freestyle over it. And then I was like, okay. And then my cousin was like, wow, that was pretty good. And then he was like, let me try. And he did. And I was like, wow, that was pretty whack. Like, not trying to, talk big about myself, but I didn't even realize it was good. He was like, no, it was good. And we were like, nah, man. I mean, look, bro, it's cool. It's cool. Don't worry about it. He's like, no, he got mad. And he was like, all right, let's write. Like, let's have like a competition, pretty much, right? Like, let's have a competition. We'll write rap songs. Whoever has the better song wins.
Okay.
I said, okay. So I remember this. This is the first rap I ever wrote. I don't remember the lyrics. I remember the name of the song.
I feel like I'm gonna cringe at something you're gonna say. Like,
so the name of the song. Now you know me, right? Super Falastini, right? So the name of the song. So the name of the song was called Throwing Rocks. That was the name of the song. It's not bad. It's not a terrible name of a song. It's called Throwing Rocks.
Okay.
And I don't know.
The thing is, I know you so well. And so
anyway, I can't listen. This is gonna look super cheesy because I'm like smirking the whole episode. And then sometimes I'm looking down to keep track of the time. So it's like, yeah, guys,
This
I'm
is
blind. I have to
why.
look at
I'm
stuff.
like, do you
right?
really want to do videos? 'Cause
Listen, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get the feedback. Give us feedback on this,
I feel
okay?
like maybe audio would be
Give us
would be
feedback.
better.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You let us know if this really matters or not. But hey, we're doing it anyway, so hey, it's all good.
Okay.
So I did throwing rocks, and I wrote like 3 verses with the chorus, right?
How long did this take you?
Oh, I don't know, like a day.
Okay.
And then my man comes back with like 8 bars.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is
So
this?
you
He's
took
like,
that
you wrote a whole song? I was like, yeah.
But you took that competition seriously.
And he was like, okay, you win. You want to hear it. So then I kind of started trying to hone that, right?
Yeah.
I started trying to hone down the rap thing, right? And junior year really wasn't eventful. Nothing really happened. I started, rapping. People started knowing me as the guy that raps, the blind guy that raps.
Okay.
And then during that summer, I go to Drew University and I meet you, right? And you ask me if I want a biscuit.
A dog biscuit.
A dog biscuit, excuse me. Not a good biscuit like from
No.
Red Lobster. A dog biscuit.
A dog biscuit.
Yeah. You're not nice.
Do you remember when you told me one time that I wasn't nice and I got mad and said I never claimed to be?
I never claimed to be.
And then you said, "Oh my God, you never
You
did."
never did. You're such a jerk. God, you're such a jerk. Anyway.
So we met.
So
and
we met, and alhamdulillah, you know how that goes.
You know how that goes. How was that for you though? Because I've always given my perspective, and that's usually the one that takes the lead on. Like when we tell the story, when the story is told of how we met, it's always from my
Perspective.
I
mean, look, I see a cute girl. I'm just talking to her. That's the way I saw
Wow,
it.
you're so deep.
That's
Wow,
the way I saw
that
it.
is.
You know what I mean? That's seriously how I saw it. Cute
Right.
girl. I'll talk to her. Sure. Cool. Listen, guys aren't deep like that. All right. And no guy's gonna disagree with me. We're very surface level. Like, yeah, we have our emotional things, but in general, we're surface level. That's
So
it. It
to
is
you,
what it is.
it was just a pretty girl to talk to.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then we started talking and doing all this stuff, and you started teaching me Braille and all that goodness,
Yeah.
right? So then senior year is when I started getting involved with more blind stuff. So during Drew University, the NFB came and told us about this program called LEAD.
So
And
to
NFB
refresh-
is National
yeah.
Federation of the Blind.
Right.
Okay. It's the United States' largest blind organization, right? Maybe the largest blind organization in the world. Not 100% sure.
I don't know about all that, but I know definitely here
And
in the U.S.
they have this program called LEAD, and LEAD is for blind students to go and do activities like once a month or twice a month with other blind students, and that's pretty much it. You
Yeah.
get mentored in different things, and it was cool. So with LEAD, I did a bunch of cool things with LEAD. I went to Baltimore with LEAD, to the NFB, what the hell was it called? Their headquarters. That's the word. That's the word. So we went to Baltimore with them. I went to
You did several things with them.
a whole bunch of stuff.
I never did join that lead or whatever, but
No, Dita didn't. Dita was too cool for that.
yeah, I wasn't.
But
wasn't
like
doing
I
that.
said, with my upbringing and how strict everything was, I just saw it as a way to get out of the house.
Yeah,
Right.
I
That's
can
the way
understand
I
that.
saw it as. I was like, all right, sweet, chance to get out, cool. And alhamdulillah, it was cool. It was fine. And then after that, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, let's tell a funny lead story at the NFB New Jersey convention. So one time with this lead thing, we went to the NFB convention. You were there. You were at the NFB convention. And we were rooming with a dude.
I think you told this story
No.
with the guy who was drunk.
Yeah, I didn't tell us on here. I didn't tell us on the podcast.
I could have sworn you told this story
No, I didn't.
on.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Where did you?
We were just talking about it. Me and you were just talking about it.
I know you shared it somewhere.
I did not share
Anyway,
this anyway.
even if you
We were
did,
just
go ahead and
talking
you can
about
share it again.
it. So
If it's a repeat, you're just the old man who
whatever.
forgets.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care. So me and this other kid, I can't remember the kid's name.
Doesn't matter. Stop
No.
mentioning people's names.
Can I make up people's names?
Fine.
All right, sweet. So me and Greg, we were
What if that was his real
me and
name?
Greg, it wasn't Greg.
Okay.
I know it wasn't Greg. Me
Okay.
and Greg were sharing a room. right? And Rudolph was our chaperone.
I'm gonna revoke your privileges now. I said yes way too preemptively.
So Rudolph was our chaperone.
I'm done with you. You can't name people no more. Just don't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yo, stop. I'm crying. I'm literally anyway.
I hate you forever. I can't get it together.
All right, so all right, okay. Whew, okay. Just having a laughing fit here on the podcast. It's great. Oh God, I'm literally crying, bro.
So the guy was
God.
chaperoning you.
So yeah. So the chaperone,
Mm-hmm.
he was okay, but he was going through an issue or dating, or I don't think he was married to, but he was dating, I think, your chaperone. Right? The person who invited you.
Well, she wasn't really my chaperone.
She wasn't your chaperone, but she was someone who invited you to go to the
to assist her with some things.
And
remember, I was not in lead, so
yeah, you weren't in lead. He was going through something with her, so my man got blasted, right? Like
mind you, again, this is a chaperone who's supposed to be taking care of minors, and he's just getting
like drunk off his behind for real. And my man is like banging, like he was banging on Yadita's door that whole night,
and
right?
Well, he was calling and calling and calling, and like to the point where the woman that I was sharing the room with unplugged the phone because it literally, we couldn't sleep with him constantly calling.
He was banging on the door too?
Then he came upstairs, I think just once, because that wasn't going to be allowed because, at some point, the staff is going to be called like, hey, you're disrupting.
Of course. So. And then he comes back to our room drunk off his rear end and is just, yelling like, shut the F up. And we're like, hey, we're like,
you're like, this is not awkward at all.
First time I've ever been around someone who was drunk.
Yeah. Because
first time I've ever been around anyone that was drunk. And I don't think I ever told my parents this.
So, now they're going to be like, that's what you wanted to go to leave for? To be around people like that?
So that was a funny story. So Rudolph really got hammered. And, his girlfriend,
I mean, it was a disaster, and it was not
his girlfriend, Stephanie.
It was not,
she roomed with my wife. At that time, her name was Flora.
Who?
You.
Me?
Oh, yeah. She said make up names, just making up names. She's not using real names.
So
anyway.
While all of this is going on,
I'm
asking you questions.
Yes.
About Islam and things like that.
Yes. Yeah.
So how is that for you? Because if you're telling all of us that you grew up culturally Muslim.
Yeah.
So what is this like for you?
So for me, it was a time to actually start learning more about Islam, right? So I would be doing research and finding things for you. So I shared with videos with you.
Mm-hmm. I remember all this.
I shared just like audios, stuff like that.
Right.
That's how I was sharing.
So for you, what was that doing?
I was learning about Islam as that was going on.
Did it affect you at all?
Yeah,
or was it just like, okay, this is information to pass along?
No, at first it was, but then it started affecting me because when you start learning about Islam, like whenever I started really learning about Islam, this was what made me like, okay, this is serious.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I started actually looking into Christianity. I didn't really know much about Christianity like that. So I started looking into Christianity to be like, all right, like, she wants to become a Muslim. Let me at least look this up and learn about it.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I was like, let me look this up and learn about it. And I learned about it and it made, like, I'm not trying, listen, Christians, if you're listening to this, you could live your life, whatever, made no sense to me at all.
Right.
None whatsoever.
And that was good because that way you learn and you could actually bring educated conversation to the discourse, right? Because you're learning about Christianity while I'm learning about Islam, and you could really, when I point things out, you could be like, well, this doesn't make sense because, and you did do that a lot when I would tell you things and you would say, well, you think of it from this perspective or look at it.
And that's because I was learning.
Right.
I was reading up on stuff like that so I can educate you properly, right? But through me learning to educate you, alhamdulillah, I started learning about Islam myself.
Right.
And I started getting on my deen. right? But before I really started getting heavy on my D, so I still really wasn't practicing like that at this point. I think maybe I started praying
Are
at this
we?
point.
I'm still not Muslim.
Still not Muslim.
Okay.
Okay. And this is still senior year in high school. So I did the talent show again that
Right.
year. But this year I rapped. I did not sing. And that year, senior year, I released an album. That's right.
That you
So we
tell.
recorded the album
Where did you record
in
it?
my room, right? In my bedroom with horrible mics. And
No
I
whisper
named
room.
no whisper room. No professional microphones, no editing skills at all. And I named it The Blind Truth,
Right.
right? And I used to go under the rap name Big Nate. That used to be my rap name.
Uh-huh.
Until I got into a dispute with a different friend of mine that was also being called Big Nate. And I was like, you know what? Forget about it. I'll just take the rap name The Blind Truth because I like the name. That's the reason why I named the album that. So we made this album. You want to hear some of the names of the songs on the album? So anyway, so we had a song called what?
He's gonna share.
So I had a crew, right? And the name of the crew was FDI, right? And it was FDAT Incorporated. That was the name of the crew.
Do you know what? FDI almost sounds like a disease.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Wonderful insight.
Oh wow, you got
So-
FDI. Damn. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry you got that FDI. Ooh.
Or
thank
like
you.
it's either a disease or a charge. Like, oh man, I got charged with FDI. Like, okay.
Hello, Mrs. Simpson. Your husband just got caught up DOA. Just got found DOA.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant DUI. I always get those two confused. Yes, hello. My name is Mrs. Smith. You said that my husband arrived DUI. Yeah, why don't you go talk to that officer over there?
That was a great scene. Look, you got two of them in today.
Oh, look at that.
Anyway,
Getting them. Anyway.
so you did your rap thing. You had your little album.
So I did the album. It was FDI was the crew, right? One of the songs was the Palestine anthem. One of the songs was called, ooh, I need to think of these songs now.
What is that noise?
What noise?
Oh my God, that's the rain. Subhanallah.
Oh, you like caught me off guard. I was
Sorry,
like, what are you
because it was
talking
like
about?
this weird crackling in the background. I was like, that can't be the mic or something. And it's the rain.
No, that's the rain, yeah.
Subhanallah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
cool.
But it's. I'm glad we're home.
So that's it. Hold on. I gotta go through my songs again now. Hold on. So I got
No, it's gonna take too long.
All right, anyway. So I did an album and we were selling them in school for $5 a pop. So that was cool, right?
Look at you being your entrepreneurial spirit.
Yes, from a very young age.
Yeah.
And then yeah, so senior year went on. I graduated right in the middle of the pack, nothing special.
Yeah.
And then I went to, what did I do that summer? I didn't do Drew again.
No.
No.
I think you were just working with your dad.
I just was working with my dad.
think
Oh,
so.
so here's one thing I got to mention, right? And I don't think I mentioned this. While I was growing up, I was going to work with my dad. Now, my dad he was like a handyman / contractor kind of stuff, right? So he did everything. He painted, he did masonry, he did windows, like changing windows, fixing doors, putting down tiles, a whole bunch of stuff. And me and my brother would go and work with him. Now, granted, I did not do as much work as my brother. No doubt about it. Very visual work, right? But I was there and I had like 10 years construction experience by the time I was 18.
I feel like there's labor laws against that.
I mean, look, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Listen, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Come on, I
was
fixed a
just
lot in
joking.
this house.
You know, I was gonna tell you, but let me tell you, thanks to your father making sure you had those skills, you've saved us a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now,
So-
there are times where I just can't do it.
Right.
And it's what it is, but I try my
But
best to
and
do it first.
alhamdulillah, your father did help instill those skills because
Yeah.
you did a lot of work in that. So alhamdulillah
Well,
for that.
you know,
but-
one thing I give, one thing, alhamdulillah, I gained from my dad, and I didn't appreciate this growing up, but I gained that spirit of working hard, right?
the work ethic.
Yeah, I gained that work ethic, alhamdulillah. And I think you did the same with from your grandmother,
I did.
seeing her work so hard.
So but when you're younger and you have to get up and do things you don't want to, right? I just want to sleep in, or you see how many hours and hours and hours they're working. You do appreciate it when you're an adult, especially when you are yourself a parent, and then your teenager wants to sleep until noon, and you're like, get up. Anyway,
So senior year was done. The next year I did the first, like, the end of the school year, like September to December. I did that. I did JKTC or JKRC.
Why don't
Whatever
we
you
tell
want to
them a
call
funny story from there? Don't you remember that you almost set the whole place up?
Oh my god. All right. So
A flame.
yeah. So in this training center, right? You have they teach you skills, right? They teach you skills, they teach you how to live independently, they teach you how to cook, they teach you mobility training, they teach you braille, whatever, right?
It's the same place that I went to
Yeah.
to really hone my mobility skills for the dog.
Yes.
He went to the same place, but just
Once
to go.
again, just to go and
It was, I think, another way for you to get out of the house.
to get out of the house. That's
Yeah,
all it
it
really
was
was.
just to go. And
I
you
mean,
got
did
to-
I gain skills? Yes.
And you got to dorm there
Yeah. That's
for like 4 months.
exactly.
So that was pretty cool.
And I
for
would
you.
come home on the weekends.
Yeah.
Whenever, some weekends, not all weekends, but
Right.
I would come home on some weekends. And what they do is part of it is, I think they have like an apartment there, and you get the apartment for like 2 weeks or a week or something like
I
that.
think it's like 2 weeks.
So, I bought my PlayStation 2
Wow.
and I hooked it up.
PlayStation 2.
It's
Ooh,
playing.
subhanAllah. That was
and
thunder. And I jumped in you.
Was that Thunder or was that the
Yes.
kids?
Nope, that was thunder.
Okay, whatever.
SubhanAllah. See, I never did the apartment part because I didn't dorm.
No, you didn't dorm there. But you had freedom. I had no freedom.
And I lived much closer.
Exactly. Yeah, I lived all from Clifton
lived,
to New
very
Brunswick,
far. I
which is
lived
very far.
A like 30-minute train ride.
So one day I was like, all right, I'm gonna cook myself dinner.
Hold on a minute. But it wasn't just you, because it was you and it was me, and then you, because I went to visit Izzy because another friend of ours there, and it was, I think her name was, now I'm giving names. It was another girl there and this other guy. It was like a huge
I know
group.
one of the guys was Pete.
Was it Pete?
Yeah,
It was Paul.
it was Pete. Paul, white guy. I
Yeah.
don't know. I can't
And
remember his
then there
name.
was
and his girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah, and then there was a group of us.
Yeah.
It was
So-
like probably 10, 12 people maybe.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna cook dinner. I
And we were like, okay.
was like, I'm gonna give this a shot. So I'm trying to make rice. And rice didn't go so well.
Rice did not.
Rice did not go so well. So it started smoking, and I
And
really
then-
don't remember this. I guess I put it in the back of my mind.
It
so I
started
could
smoking.
forget about it.
And then it started burning.
Yep.
And then the smoke alarms all went off.
And the entire building.
And the entire building, and the whole building had to be evacuated. And they had to put in the fire extinguishers.
Yep.
So then
This did not happen at any point up until I did it. This is the thing. I was the reason why.
Right in there.
Like, we've never evacuated for the 4 months I was there. We never evacuated
Right.
for setting stuff on fire.
I gotta tell you that we have been married a long time.
Yeah.
You have never made rice.
Alhamdulillah. No.
You've decided that that's
Nope.
not for you.
No, not for me. Not at all. No.
So, that was that event, and it was literally just a bunch of us, a big group of us, and and then everybody had to, and then we ordered. That
Yep.
was
Yeah, we ordered.
we ordered.
Yep. And then I started college. Went to college, and we also I met a guy in college that also rapped, and he got me connected to a good friend of ours till this
Yeah,
day.
till this day,
Right.
that specific couple, they both husband and wife, they have been our friends for years, and they're amazing friends, and
Yep, he showed me how to produce. He
Oh,
taught
yeah.
me how to produce and make beats.
extremely talented man.
Yep, and then he taught me how to.
We love those people
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah. He taught me. He gave me a lot of skills
Lots.
when it came to hip hop music stuff like
But
that.
not just that, they're just really good people.
Yeah, no,
Like,
they're
lots of love
excellent
for them.
people. So I went to college for a bit, and I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do. And then while I was at college, I got on my deen. Like, I got super on my deen.
Yeah.
Right? This is after you became a Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
This is after you became a Muslim. After you took your shahada, I got super on my deen. I stopped listening to music and doing music for I don't know, like a year, maybe.
Maybe year and
A
a half.
year or so, year and a half. I kind of had to detox from it. And then
See, But
we
the only issue with that is
Yeah.
that for your friends and family around you, everybody had to go through your detox.
Yeah, oh,
And
yeah.
everybody had to be on the level that you were.
Oh yeah, no,
And so
I
for
was
your
I was
family
I was
members,
I was
and because
horrible
I was
when I
a
got
friend of yours
religious.
by this point, it
Yeah.
was I love you to death, but it was exhausting.
Yeah, no,
It
I
a
was
lot to-
I was not a very nice religious person. I was
Yeah,
very
it was-
judgmental. I was saying horrible things to people. Like, I was just saying, "Oh, this is haram."
Like
this is
everything was haram.
Everything was haram.
Yeah, and everything everyone was doing wasn't quite good enough.
Mhm.
And if anyone tried to kind of be like, listen, maybe you should not do that.
Maybe
not
you
be
should
the
just chill out.
He would get really, really upset, and it was a lot for those of us around him to be like, I don't know what he needs to step back a little bit. You know what I mean?
So
But
yeah.
alhamdulillah,
So
subhanallah.
alhamdulillah, I came to a balanced position,
Yeah.
right? And
Because I don't think that living with that level of extremity is sustainable and feasible. Like at some point, you're going to burn yourself out.
yeah, absolutely. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. You know, I dropped out of college, right? I dropped out.
Let's explain why, though, because nobody wants to be in thousands and thousands and thousands
Yep.
of dollars of debt.
I got one student loan, and I was like, you know what? I'm out. I'm done. So yeah. So dropped out of college, and then that's pretty much it until we got married. But I think we could definitely continue. I think I'm done with just me.
I think you're
talk.
done with it, and that's an interesting perspective. You grew
Yeah.
up a lot more culturally Muslim. You had never
Yeah.
seen a drunk person.
No.
That was interesting to me. I'd seen so many drunk people.
No, I've never seen
Growing-
anyone
but you
ever.
because you didn't grow up with that in your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah,
SubhanAllah,
I've
that is
never seen
that's
anyone drunk
definitely
in
a
my
stark
life, yeah.
difference. So that must have been interesting for you.
So yeah, and we're pretty much at our mark right now.
Yeah.
So I think we'll leave it here, right? And we can definitely continue with some more stories, just of before we actually got married,
Like-
because we could talk about Marcella.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we could probably spend a whole episode on that.
I don't think it's a whole episode thing, honestly. It's
but-
something worth mentioning, and it's kind of
Yeah.
that sort of in between till you and I got married. And
Yep.
I mean, kind of the rest is history, isn't it? Like we got married, we had a bunch of kids, and they just kept coming.
And it just kept coming and kept coming.
And we got 4 of
And kept
them,
coming.
alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
They're beautiful kids, mashallah.
But yeah, we'll leave it here, and inshallah we'll pick it up on the next one. Make sure you guys subscribe to the podcast, share, like, review, follow it, whatever, right? Whatever the terms that have to do with you keeping track of everything, make sure you do that. Make sure you follow us on all of our social medias at Islam by Touch. That's on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of it. Yadira, how can people follow you?
Always, Yadira.
At Always Yadira, because she is always Yadira.
You always say that.
And,
Every time. Like,
and make sure you guys check out the Islam by Touch YouTube channel. Alhamdulillah. I got a reaction video on there. There may be more by the time this comes out, but we're definitely going to be putting more content on there. Thank you for the word.
yeah, because you're rambling,
Stuck.
my love.
I was stuck. So we're going to leave it here, guys. Any final words, Dita?
No, I think it was it. Thank you for sharing your story, for sharing that perspective as somebody who's born Muslim and then married a convert.
So boring. Like, no one's going to care about these episodes. These episodes are going to suck.
I really don't like when you talk about yourself like that. I could call you boring, but you can't call yourself
Oh,
boring.
okay, got it.
No.
Thanks for the heads up.
Just because it's, with all the love. No, but I think thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah,
And
it's cool. I'm here.
inshallah, we can keep, sharing these stories and sharing different perspectives. And
Yep. And so, thank you guys for listening. And we'll see you on the next one where we take you behind the blind. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.